is Foresights TV Network. Let's start today's bulletin with me, Isma. Let's look at the headlines today. Extreme heat wave grips Telangana, Hyderabad. Sachin Tendulkar turns 52, nation celebrates. Gold prices dip today across cities. USCIS issues H-2B visa alert, India unaffected. Rahul Gandhi cuts US trip short. India suspends treaty, Pakistan cries warfare. Pope Francis draws massive mourning crowds. Now the news in detail. The Indian Meteorological Department or IMD Hyderabad has issued an orange heat wave alert for all districts of Telangana till Saturday. Warning of continued extreme heat conditions. Peak temperatures are expected to exceed 44 degrees Celsius in some areas over the next 48 hours, while others will see temperatures between 41 degrees Celsius and 44 degrees Celsius. Special alerts have been issued for Adilabad, Komaram Bhim, Asifabad, Mancherial, Nirmal, Nizamabad and Jagtial districts due to particularly high temperatures. Telangana is reeling under an intense heat wave with temperatures soaring above 45 degrees Celsius in 4 districts on April 23, 2025. Nandipet in Nizamabad was hottest at 45.3 degrees Celsius, followed closely by Tamsi, Adilabad, Kuber, Nirmal at 45.2 degrees Celsius and Bhimini, Mancherial at 45 degrees Celsius. Several other areas recorded temperatures between 44.3 degrees Celsius and 44.9 degrees Celsius. The remaining 22 districts also faced scorching heat with highs between 42 degrees Celsius and 44 degrees Celsius. Urban regions like Balanagar 42.1 degrees Celsius and Hyderabad's Nampally 42 degrees Celsius were also affected. The IMD had issued a heat wave and warm night alert for April 25 in districts such as Adilabad, Nizamabad and Mancherial. Additionally, warm night conditions are forecasted across much of the state, including major urban and rural districts. Cricket legend Sachin Tendulkar turns 52 on April 24th, receiving heartfelt wishes from fans and former teammates across social media. Harbhajan Singh, Yuvraj Singh and Suresh Raina took to X, formerly Twitter, to celebrate the Master Blaster, praising his humility, dedication and influence on and off the field. Despite retiring years ago, Tendulkar remains a revered figure in the cricketing world, earning titles like the God of Cricket and Master Blaster for his remarkable achievements. Sachin Tendulkar, who turned 52 on April 24, 2025, is hailed as one of the greatest cricketers in history. Making his international debut in 1989 at just 16, he went on to score and recorded 34,357 runs in 664 matches at an average of 48.52. Tendulkar remains the highest run scorer in both Test, 15,921 runs, and ODIs, which is 18,426 runs, with 100 centuries and 164 half-centuries overall. He was the first to hit a double century in ODIs and played a record 200 Test matches. A key figure in India's 2011 World Cup win, he also holds the record for most runs in World Cup history, 2,278. Though he played only one T20, he made his mark in IPL, winning the orange cap in 2010 and the title in 2013 with Mumbai Indians. Gold price prices in India witnessed a dip on April 24th. Following a sharp rise earlier in the week, Chennai showed a slight increase in 18-carat gold prices to rupees 7,460, while other cities remained around 7,368. The decline in prices come amid market fluctuations, leaving buyers and investors uncertain about future trends. Gold continues to hold significant cultural and economic importance in India, often being passed down through generations. Gold prices in India dropped sharply on April 23rd after hitting a record high of Rs 99,350 per 10 grams on April 22nd. On the MCX, gold fell by Rs 1,358 to Rs 95,982 per 10 grams, while silver declined by Rs 387 to Rs 95,492 per kilo. The Indian Bullion Association reported 24-carat gold at Rs 96,222 carat at 88,183 per 10 grams. The price drops follows positive signals from US President Trump after trade talks with China, reducing gold's safe haven appeal. Expert Dr. Renisha Chinese predicted a price range of $3,320 to $3,400, approximately Rs 95,500 to 96,500. City-wise, Chennai recorded the highest gold rate at Rs 96,260, while Kolkata had the lowest at 94,860. Silver remained between 94,000 and 97,000 per kilo across cities. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, has announced that it has received enough petitions to reach the cap for the additional 19,000 H-2B visas allocated for returning workers in the early second half of fiscal year 2025. These visas are for non-agricultural, temporary labor and are meant for workers returning from fiscal years 2022 to 2024. The USCIS announces that it has received enough petitions to fill the additional 19,000 H-2B visas for returning workers for the early second half of FY 2025, which is April 1st to May 14th, reaching the cap as of April 18, 2025. Any petitions received after this date will be rejected. An additional 20,000 H-2B visas remain available for nationals from El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Haiti, Colombia, Ecuador, and Costa Rica, who are exempt from the returning worker requirements. Indians are affected as they do not qualify for H-2B visas, which are meant for temporary non-agricultural labor. Employers can request only workers who held H-2B status in FY 2022, 2023 or 2024 unless applying under the country's specific quota. The annual H-2B cap is 66,000, split evenly between the fiscal year's two halves. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi cut short his official visit to the US and arrived in New Delhi to attend the Congress Working Committee or CWC meeting on Thursday morning. The move comes in the wake of the deadly terror attack in Pahalgaon, Jammu and Kashmir, which claimed at least 26 lives, including 25 Indians and one Nepali citizen. Rahul Gandhi's return follows similar actions by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who also cut short their trips due to the attack. The Cabinet Committee on Security or CCS chaired by PM Modi condemned the attack and highlighted its cross-border links. India has suspended the Indus Water Treaty, closed the Atari checkpost and barred Pakistani nationals from travelling under the SAARC visa exemption. An all-party meeting chaired by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is scheduled for April 24th. Families of the victims have called for strong government action. decision to suspend the Indus Waters Treaty after the Pahalgaon terror attack which killed 26 people has sparked strong backlash from Pakistan. Pakistan's Power Minister Awais Likhari labelled the move water warfare and called it illegal. The 1960 treaty brokered by the World Bank had been one of the few enduring agreements between the two nations. Following the attack, India also announced the closure of the Atari land crossing, withdrawal of defense attaches from Pakistan and reduction of its Islamabad mission staff from 55 to 30. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri stated that cross-border linkage to the attacks were confirmed, prompting these strong diplomatic and strategic steps. India also declared Pakistan's defense advisors persona non grata, giving them a week to leave. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called an all-party meeting to discuss the attack and India's response. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will chair the meeting, with Home Minister Amit Shah expected to brief leaders. In a public speech in Bihar, Modi vowed to hunt down all terrorists and their supporters, promising global action against those responsible. The attack is one of the deadliest in Kashmir since the 2019 Pulwama strike. Huge crowds gathered at St. Peter's Basilica on Thursday to pay tribute to Pope Francis, who died on Monday at age 88 following a stroke. Nearly 20,000 people visited his coffin at the first 8 hours of lying in a state, prompting the basilica to remain open until 5:30 a.m. Thursday. Francis, the first Pope of the Americas and an advocate of the marginalized, led the Catholic Church for 12 years. Dressed in red papal vestments and holding a rosary, his body drew mourners from around the world. World leaders including US President Donald Trump, Ukraine's Vladimir Zelensky, Argentine President Javier Milei and Britain's Prince William are expected at the funeral. Up to 170 delegations are anticipated. The heightened security in Rome, Francis's coffin will be taken to his favorite church, Santa Maria Maggiore, after the funeral, in line with his wish to be buried in a simple tomb marked Franciscus. The conclave to elect his successor will begin between 15 and 20 days after his death, with 135 cardinals under 80 eligible to vote. The 9 days of mourning or Novemdiles begin Saturday and conclude on May 4th. That's all for today. Stay connected to Foresights TV Network. Thank you.